like to thank Tom, Rachel, and the Equitable Bank team for having me. Also like to thank Taylor, who had to overcome some adversity to get this deck up this morning. We were, I think that'll be better. Yeah, we were putting the deck together this morning in our office, downloading some Facebook videos that you guys will be seeing, and the Wi-Fi went out this morning, so we had to go across the street to Spence Cafe, which was a little noisy, and then ended up downloading and recording one of the videos from the bathroom in there to block out the noise. So wanted to thank Taylor for really going all out to put this together today. I'm also very excited to be here because we're living in a very unique time right now where things are changing very fast. This is kind of what I feel is the golden age for Facebook advertising, videos on Facebook, and even some timeless principles like communicating clearly with your audience that a lot of small business owners struggle with, and I'll be going over today. I'm also excited because I did some research on the industry and in this market and what's going on in the digital landscape, and the bar is set pretty low, generally speaking, which I see as a very good opportunity for those who want to take advantage of these trends that I'll be going over. If the slide deck works, let's see.
Push the down arrow.
Got it. Okay, so a couple things going on. We're now spending over 5 hours a day on this. Teens are spending 9. Millennials probably somewhere in between that. We're checking this 200 times a day. Everything's really moving towards this device. By 2019, internet traffic will be 80% video. And 96% of Fortune 500 companies lost market share in 2016, not necessarily for themselves, but a lot of startups, a lot of smaller companies who have got really good at what I'm going over today have been able to, kind of grow their revenue and chip away at those bigger brands. So that said, a lot of you might feel like this guy right here, a little confused. You have a lot of options going on today. Where should you be? Should you be on Snapchat, email, Facebook, blogging, podcasting? There's all sorts of things that you can be doing. So kind of one of the guidelines that we have is really to go where your customers are spending the most time and where you can add the most value and engage them. Pick a couple platforms, really kind of hit those hard and go all in on those. And what I'm really going to be going over today is messaging. I'm going to take you through a brand exercise that we go through when we onboard our clients, which should help you guys communicate more clearly to your customers. I'm going to go over websites to one of my friends who has a real estate firm in the Detroit area that's generating a lot of leads right now, who I took a workshop with back in December, has his down in this really good framework. So I'm going to walk you through what those guys are doing, talk about how to win on social in 2017, and then kind of how to be the mayor of your community online. I think there's a lot of value to that, especially in this industry, if you guys can add more value to the community. And again, I'm not telling you to move everything online. A lot of you have grown your business, networking, going to chamber events, and really being present. I just think all these tools going on right now can really help amplify that if you take advantage. So my goal in the next 20 minutes is just to add as much value to you guys as possible, and that's what I put this presentation together for. And I'll be hanging around for questions, and if any of you guys want to chat after, I can also email out the slide deck too, so you guys can have that. So this is what we do when we onboard clients. I worked with a company called StoryBrand who kind of laid this framework out, and the human brain is really drawn to story. And if you look at any Hollywood movie script, it's really laid out like this, but a lot of brands don't really take advantage of this. So there's always a character. That character always wants something. They run into a problem. Then they find a guide who gives them a plan, who calls them to action, and that either results in success or failure. So I'm going to show you how to kind of take your brand and do this. Just to go over a movie one, you look at Moneyball. Have you guys seen that from a few years ago? So you got Billy Beane, manager of the A's. He has a problem, he has to win games. He's wondering if he still has it. His career kind of went down in flames, and can he actually do this? And then another problem is baseball fair. He's in a small market competing against the big boys, and He does that. He meets Peter Brandt, who I believe was Jonah Hill, and he gives him a plan to choose players based on an algorithm, changes the team roster, and it results in some success for those guys. So this can work in, in a number of movies, or pretty much every good movie script. I was watching The Intern the other day with Anne Hathaway was the hero, Robert De Niro was the guide, Happy Gilmore and Chubbs back in the day, Luke Skywalker and Yoda. It really goes on and on. So the problem with a lot of small businesses is they position themselves as the hero in their own story. They just talk about themselves, and what people are looking for is a guide. So to be a guide, you want to be able to show empathy, you understand them, and you also want to show a little bit of authority as well and credibility. So really mixing those two elements, but mostly making it about them. So this is just one I came up with. You guys could probably do better with me or talking with me because you know your industry better, but let's say your character is a first-time home buyer, 28 to 35. They want a community, vibrant neighborhood, good schools, parks, recreation, nightlife. And a lot of them have a problem, which is where you guys can add a lot of value, is they don't know what to do. They're confused. They don't know who to contact. The process seems very complicated. The list kind of goes on and on. So they're looking for a guide with a good track record, knowledgeable and involved in the community, trusting, tech savvy, credible, someone who can really help them out, make their life easier, lays out a plan, which would be the method that you guys give them, calls them to action to work with them, and hopefully that results in a great home buying experience and a good life for them in their new place. So I'm going to kind of show you guys how this applies to a website that my buddy RJ is doing. His group out of Detroit is growing really fast this year since he made these changes at the beginning of the year and implemented some Facebook advertising as well. And one thing to make sure of on the site, people have short attention spans. When someone lands on your site, you want them to be able to know exactly what you do, how you're going to make their life better, and where they can buy or where they can schedule an appointment in your case. In the photos, you want those to be more aspirational, kind of falling in that success bucket. So let's take a look at what these guys have done. So it's the Susan Vogel group. You land right on their website. The photos are loading pretty slowly. There you go. So right up front, your dream home, your dream price. We're award-winning realtors ready to serve you 7 days a week. And as you notice, they mix a lot of very good photos of their top properties in there. And they're putting success stories, families buying houses who are happy in their photos and from their properties. So right there, the imagery is good, the messaging is very simple, it's not overwhelming, it's not cluttered. You can schedule an appointment, you scroll down a little bit, they've got some credibility right there, just some subtle logos of awards they've won. And then their opening statement, buying or selling a house doesn't have to be overwhelming. It really addresses that problem and speaks right to the consumer right away. I think they did a good job there. And then they lay out the plan. Get a plan, let's meet and understand your unique needs and develop a plan. Let's get to work, let's celebrate it. Because someone like me who would be in that first-time homebuyer category would be very confused. And if you can lay that out into a three-step process, that would make me feel a lot better, a lot more comfortable. You keep going, they talk more about taking the stress out of the buying and selling process, and then they get to their listings down there a little, and you feel pretty good by the time they get there. So they've been seeing a lot of results from this, which I'll go over. That's what they're doing. It's back to full screen. Okay, cool. So that's just one example of a website in your field that's doing very good work right now and kind of how they're using that framework to achieve success. So I want to talk to you guys about Facebook because I feel that you have a huge opportunity to win on there right now if you move fast and do things right. So some of the current trends to take advantage of, video content is 1,200% more likely to get shared than videos and photos on Facebook right now. There's direct upload videos with captions are doing really well organically. I'm going to talk about Facebook Live a little bit as well. And again, 92% of people trust personal recommendations over brand recommendations. And a lot of you guys who have built your business off referrals over the year know this. And we're going to talk about this on how easily it is to share a video on Facebook and how much time people are spending on there. So If you're looking for more referrals, Facebook video can be a very good avenue to go. Facebook ads, people are now preferring messaging on Facebook over phone and email, which is an interesting trend that a lot of things are moving towards. And then one quote I found, which I found interesting, because everyone's on Zillow right now, is from the Flag Leadership Group, and that was on average our agents spend $320 a month on leads from Zillow, and these guys only convert 1 to 4% of the time. The people I've talked to have seen a lot greater results from Facebook advertising opposed to running ads on Zillow right now. So from the Susan Vogel Group, RJ, his company's website is the one I just showed you. His business has grown 50%. It was a relatively small firm. They're top 10 in the Detroit metro area though, and they grew 50%, just had to hire a full-time admin, and the only changes they made was their website and then starting to do a Facebook video for every listing and driving people to their website through that. So they produce a video, they stay up to date on Zillow, but they don't pay for that promotion. They just spend $25 per video after production, so you can get a solid video produced for, maybe $500 or so, maybe less if you hire someone, and that $25 to $50 of ad spend can go a long way on there. They're getting 10 to 50 leads from each listing on these videos, and those are leading to sales. Taylor, was this loaded?
It was on the next slide.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. So again, this really isn't anything fancy. It's a 3-minute video, pretty much just showing off a new house. This is a very basic video. I'm going to show you more what I would call higher end ones that you can use for nicer listings, but a video like this is still really, really effective, and it's getting the job done for these guys, not too difficult to produce. Another guy, my buddy Alex, I saw there was a couple people from Powers in here, potentially, so I don't know if he's an agent over there. He also produces a video for each listing. He'll spend under $1,000 with the video and the promotion, and he told me he's confident that 90% of his business last year came straight from Facebook. And his videos are they're more hip, they're a little cooler. This one's from a Bayview house, which is a very normal house that he makes look sexy in this video. You can get it playing. There we go. Our office is in this area. He made this look a lot cooler than when I drive to work every morning, for sure. He has some drone footage, but again, he's spending under $1,000 to get this shot and put it on Facebook, and he's getting really, really good results from this. And as you can see in the engagement, kind of on the bottom, it has 141 likes, 2 shares, which is actually pretty low compared to some of his videos, but it's getting over 2,000 views, and that's leading to people contacting him on there. And he just has a call to action on there. So, I really like what he did with those videos. Okay, another thing that I want to touch on is Facebook Live Have any of you used this yet? 1, 2, 3? Okay. So I think there's a big advantage of this. On Facebook, how many of you guys do Facebook marketing in general? Or have a Facebook page? So, as a lot of you know, the Facebook organic reach has plummeted, right? It's gone down significantly, so it's typically a pay-to-play game. On your business pages, on your personal pages, you can still get pretty good reach on there. But the great thing about Facebook Live is you go live, it notifies everyone, so that's much better organic reach. And then this works really well for you guys if you're kind of promoting an open house. You can walk through it beforehand, tell people to come down. You could do it through an open house, lead them through there, and obviously drive traffic there. And even if they can't make it, they can, see the open house live streamed and share it or contact you. So it's like they're actually there. I'd definitely be looking into taking advantage of this technology. We did one for one of our podcasts with the pedal boat, which comes out next week. If any of you guys want to check that out, that was one of the funner ones that we've done so far, but I just shared it off. They shared it off. It got 6,600 views, 21 shares, and a lot of action. It was just kind of introducing and walking on the boat. So the engagement's very high. And the good thing about this too is after the video, you can go back, you can put up the description. You can actually do that before, I did that after on this one. You can link them to your website or wherever you want them to contact you, like I have up there. And then you can put captions in, which is important because 80 to 90% of people watch Facebook videos on mute. They're just scrolling on here, scrolling on their computer. So if you're doing Facebook videos, I'd make sure to throw captions in there, which is pretty simple to do. And then after this, you can go back and put money behind it. So you can put, 20, 50, however many dollars, and you can target a specific audience. So if you do an open house, you can shoot the, there we go. Okay, so when you do the open house, you can shoot the Facebook Live, then you can go back in and actually promote that. Let's say you're doing, a nice house in Brookfield. You can go back in, put money behind it, and target people between 30 and 50 within a 15-mile radius of Brookfield who are interested in wine, traveling, golf, whatever would be in that demographic, and hit those people. So the reach and the targeting on Facebook Live is really good. I would look into this, and now I'm going to show a Facebook Live of Taylor's cousin, actually, who recently sold a house on Facebook Live. And what happened was people were seeing this on Facebook. They actually came to the open house telling him they saw that on Facebook Live, and that drove a sale for him. They also shared it with their friends who they thought might be interested. And as you can see on this one, the production quality really does not have to be that good. People kind of like the raw, authentic footage opposed to the staged videos like they're actually there. So we'll get to take a look at the entertaining Jason Braun here.
Hey Facebook friends, Jason Braun coming to you live on Facebook. I'm at the address of 612 Hialeah Drive. I'm here for the open house. This beautiful home, as you can see, is a colonial, 4 bedrooms, 2 family rooms, a formal dining room. You're going to see some of it right now. Again, open house. 612 Hialeah Drive, Caledonia, Wisconsin. Location, location, location. It's the first open house. House just went on the market a few days ago. You've probably seen it for a little while because I've been promoting it, but here we go. Let's go in. Again, open house, 612 Hialeah Drive, Caledonia, Wisconsin. Hopefully everybody can see everything okay. Not too shaky, I hope. All right, here we go. Walking into the house. Go over here. See the stairs. That's where the 4 bedrooms and full bath is. Over here we have the first family room area. Gonna come walking through. And over here we have the formal dining room. Beautiful dining room. All right, over here we're gonna be walking into the kitchen. And back up so you can see everything. Beautiful kitchen. Come on in, get signed in. Oh, you want something to drink? How about a water? Your friend is cooking, grab a mint. Also got a lovely brochure on the property. So come see me, 612 Hialeah Drive, Caledonia, Wisconsin, and come see this beautiful house. This house will not last long. God bless, hope to see you soon. See ya.
Okay. How many of you thought that was amazing? one guy. That was very kind of you. It helped him sell a house. He had people down there. So this stuff, the production quality does not have to be that great. It's more the execution. You guys can just be yourselves. You can take people through that. And this stuff, it's working right now. And we're in a window where this is working. This stuff changes pretty quickly, but people are being very effective on it right now. Other themes that you guys could do, you could do new listings, sold homes, the Facebook Lives as we went over, testimonial videos to build credibility, answering questions. So something that we did at Go Get It, we sent out an email to our email list, and the subject line was just, how can we help, ? And in the email, link to a Survey Monkey saying, hey, we're starting to create content, we'd love to answer your questions. What do you want to know about digital marketing? What are you confused with? What are you having a hard time with? And we got 18 responses off that. Good questions, not a ton, but what we're doing right now, we're actually going to release our first video tomorrow, is we're taking those questions and we're going to put out a video a week answering them. And it's just positioning ourselves as thought leaders, adding value to the community. And a lot of people, as I went over, are clueless on how to buy homes, and that's really where you guys can come in. So even asking your audience, hey, what do you guys want to know? Or you guys interact with these people every day. I'm sure you know what the common questions are, and just kind of creating video content around that could be powerful. And then this Urban Lifestyle group out of Toronto, they're doing good stuff on video. In this video right here, the founder, Amy, actually interviewed one of the sellers. He was in that house for 50 years, had an interesting life story, kind of got his story, showed some B-roll of the house that they were selling, and she's doing a lot of cool stuff on video out there. So if you do need any ideas for your industry, I would check their page out. Okay, Facebook ads, highly targeted. It's Rachel from Keller Williams. I'm friends with her. She's been in the industry for only like a year, and this was one of the few Facebook ads I've seen. It's a small case study, but I'm going to go over it. And I like what she did on here. She's targeting a specific audience. The copy speaks directly to the audience. Let me guess, you've heard the buzz about market and interest rates. You've contemplated selling or buying. You've seen open houses in Stockzilla and Trulia, but still have no idea how to start the process. It's speaking directly kind of to that buyer that she's going after, free consultation, learn more. And again, these Facebook ads are powerful because you can get so specific on the targeting. If you guys have an email list, you can target the people on your email list. Facebook can create an audience who has the exact same attributes of your email list, but lives in a certain location in a demographic range that may have never heard of you, geolocations, income ranges, gender, do they have children, families. Facebook knows a lot about us. It's kind of creepy, but it's great for these targeting tricks. So Rachel's put this ad up. This was the rest of the ad, and this was the page that she drew people to. She's only had it running for about a month. She's only spent $30. It's led to 37 clicks. She did get one client out of it. I think it was a $200,000 property. She gets her 3.6%. She'll make $7,000 off of $30 of Facebook ad spend, and then the work she had to put into that. So a high ROI, and that's the good thing about selling a higher priced product like you guys are doing. I do want to touch on Instagram. Are any of you guys active on Instagram? As far as that, a very visual platform. It's fast growing. It continues to grow fast. The fastest growing segment is middle-aged women on there right now. So a lot of the decision makers that you guys are going to be going after, and it's just a good platform it's very visual to show listings, sellings, creating that content of what's going on in the community, and the organic reach is much better here than on Facebook. Also, Instagram stories. If you guys are wondering whether or not you should go on Snapchat, I would just recommend going on Instagram stories right now. It's past Snapchat. The organic reach is great. They're pretty much, 10 to 20-second video clips that you guys can take, and they show up right on the top of the feed. So again, great way to show off listings, and there's a lot of eyeballs on Instagram. So again, you want to go where your audience is spending time, where you can add value, and a lot of your audience is probably on Instagram right now. And then the final thought that I have, which I think could be really effective for those of you who want to take the time to go in on this, is creating community-oriented content and kind of becoming the mayor of your community. So I chose to start a podcast, Facebook video show late last October, and it was just interviewing community leaders and entrepreneurs in the Milwaukee area. Not a brilliant idea or anything. There's plenty of podcasts out there that interview community leaders and entrepreneurs, but nobody was doing it in the Milwaukee area. So I created the Go-Getters off of Go Get It. And each week we interview a community leader. We shoot a video on Facebook. I chop the interview, which is typically 25 to 40 minutes, up into a 3 to 5 minute clip, put it out on Facebook. And it's growing really fast so far because it's kind of a blue ocean type territory, and the videos will get, they were getting 2,000 to 6,000 views week after week, and then on Milwaukee saw it and they picked it up, and now they're promoting it, and they shared their first video a couple weeks ago, and that got 8x what it got on our page. So the videos will probably get 10 to 20,000 views a week right now, and that's been very good brand exposure, broad outreach, networking, and has led to some business for Go Get It. So when I think of a realtor, I think of someone who's involved in the community, and if someone was taking ownership and putting out the news or interviewing the leaders of Elm Grove, Brookfield, if that's your territory, or the North Shore, kind of creating a platform like that to add value to the community and the people that you want to align with and who align with you. I believe there's a lot of value in there for those of you who want to do that online. And that's pretty much all that I have to go over today. Again, to close out, I'm a very strong believer that there's a huge opportunity for you guys to take advantage of this right now. A lot of you guys are very successful agents. I wouldn't stop what you have been doing to build your business, but I would definitely use these tools to amplify what you're currently doing. And yeah, thank you for having me. I'll take any questions.